Respected ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Collapsing World: Rise of Radicalism. This is a HOI4 mod that asks the question, what if nobody won World War I? Except France, I guess, because every game I've had, they never have a civil war and always turn out very strong. Which is even more of a challenge for us, because today we are playing as a fractured Germany, specifically the Wehrkommando Dusseldorf faction here in the Rhine. And as you probably saw in the thumbnail, we're going to be drinking a lot of raw milk today and reunifying this fractured country. Now, in real life, we are unfortunately live action role-playing the raw milk. That's good stuff right there. My raw milk guy that I usually buy raw milk from is no longer stocking it, so unfortunate. We're stuck with this pasteurized BS, but anyways, let's get into them. Alright, here we go. On a fateful day in 1919, during the ongoing Battle of Paris between the German Kaiserreich and the French Republic, democratic politicians rose up against the Kaiser and demanded his abdication. The country was thrown into a brutal civil war between monarchist nationalist and Republican forces. Now, the Rhine lies in ruins. The once powerful industrial zones have been ruined by economic crises and socialist strikes. The Wehrkommando, the direct rule of the army command of the German military, holds the power in the region. It is led by August von Mackensen. He is, however, getting older and older, and some individuals would like to take his throne as the leader of the Wehrkommando. There is an ongoing socialist mutiny right now, and the Kaiserliche Schutzstaffel, the new elite paramilitary division Mackensen is using to suppress resistance, is profiting from this situation. They are calling for radical measures and to quell the resistance by any means necessary. Back during the more active phase of the Civil War, we worked together with the Freikorps. However, our relations have worsened, and now we are practically enemies in the fight to reunite Germany. Alright, here we are. We start the game with 10 divisions. We'll be choosing the war hero as our field marshal, Paul von Hindenburg. Well, you know what? I do like the dopamine rush of leveling up a general from the ground. So, I'm going to be choosing this organizer who's a skill level 2. Starting with 3 research slots, we're going to be going into the basics, electronic mechanical engineering, basic machine tools, construction 1. And our factories, I guess we'll start building military factories, start producing some infantry equipment, some supports equipment, and trains. Finally, moving over to the focus tree. Starting with the catastrophe of the Weltkrieg. The Great War has been lost and our government has nearly collapsed. We already have 0% stability, so I guess it doesn't matter that we're losing even more. 29 divisions just to garrison all the victory points and supply hubs in this small area. Germany must be super rich. I definitely want to get rid of the socialist uprising happening right now and the December mutiny. It's going to give us more esotericism support. Well, that's lovely, isn't it? Wait, checking out our national modifiers. The Mackensen Regency, December mutiny, getting rid of that. Very low public trust. Schutzstaffel seems to be our only good modifier so far. Catastrophe of the Weltkrieg, economically isolated, and legacy of the Great War. A visit from the Kaiser's personal staff. They are only here to further their own goals. We do want to be weakening our current government so we can get the esoteric government in power, eh? Alright, I can do the fight for international recognition, giving us more political power, or I can do restore public trust. Well, that does give more support to the people we're trying to get rid of. There are some decisions in here. The German Civil War, we need political power to take some of these. I can get more guns, experience, war support. Introduce economic austerity. Going to reduce our CG's factories factor by -8. This is the division it looks like I'm going to be rocking with in the early game. So this game does have its own little economic system. We can increase our spendings to get more buffs, but it does increase our debt. Getting high debt can be very bad. Right now it's pretty decent. It's alright. I'd say we'll start with increasing government spending because that's gonna give us more political power to gain and less consumer goods factories fact. I'm now going to choose a chief of army. Let's choose the army reformer expert. We still have many French prisoners of war, and truly they have just become a trouble for our state as they cost to feed. A smart move would be to probably exchange prisoners of war with the new government in Paris. They reject, and we lose political power. Well, that's unfortunate. Beaten, but not defeated. Professional Officer Corps gives us more experience gain. Let's focus on that. I am in training. Lurking in the shadows, it has been brought to Mackinson's attention by the military secret police that the Royal Schutzstaffel might be planning a brutal coup to take charge over the whole state tomorrow. The KSS was always thought to be a loyal special force, so this came as a surprise to Mackinson, who had always trusted this upstart secret police which started as a militia. Now he is left with two choices. He can let them be and risk a coup, or eliminate them completely from the Wehrkommando and kill Himmler. Oh no, we don't want to kill Himmler. Surely this can't be true. Himmler just assumes power just like that, holy moly. I am now known as the SS Militärkommando. And now we can do Himmler assumes control. Wait a second. I think we need to do something here. All right, here we go. Hold on. Let's go ahead and LARP this. Through a quick coup of the state's institutions, the upstart secret police of the Schutzstaffel took full control of the Wehrkommando. Now Himmler can push through his Aryan and esoteric agendas. If he reunites Germany, then Europe will truly be in danger of being united under the thumb of what Hitler describes as the Aryan man. Let's try this here. We have a composer. Yep, I like that. Let's focus on bringing back true German art. Oh, I just noticed our field marshal disappeared. Oh, and we can actually choose Himmler as our field marshal. That's always awesome to have your leader actually in the army. We can choose... Well, let's go organization first. Question German monarchism. It's going to remove that Mackinson Regency modifier. Let's do them. SS takes power in the Wehrkommando. Shocking news have come from the Wehrkommando, the paramilitary division of Heinrich Himmler, the Schutzstaffel, which was originally created to protect the state regime and suppress socialists, Bolsheviks, and others considered a threat by the Wehrkommando, has carried out a coup d'etat. The Kaiser was captured and taken to an unknown location. All his loyalists were eliminated. There have been no official statements from Himmler or the Schutzstaffel. And that opens up the unification of the German fatherland decision. Secure the state's apparatus. Move low public trust. Remove very low public trust. Oh yeah. Alright, let's start developing the military. I'm sure the German Civil War might be breaking out soon. How's our debt looking? 90%, right? It's because I haven't been paying this off. Under the iron grip of the Reichsfuhrer SS, we shall no longer fear our enemies being a step ahead of us, for the Schutzstaffel is here to put our enemies on a tight leash. We will be choosing bayonet strength. That does allow us to put infantry in the division for free. Yes, it does. Nice. That's our division. That's what it looks like. I think I'm going to convert everybody over to that. Okay, the first German faction has declared war on another. It's the German Republic versus the Spartacus Bund. Let's prepare the armaments. As the clock ticks, it becomes clear that we are closer than ever to reunifying the fatherland under the flag of the Schutzstaffel. The Spartacus had captured Berlin. Oh no, these are some communists in Germany. Oh no, we don't want that, do we? I'm gonna manufacture cheap firearms. Study the mistakes. Increase the working hours. Oh, well, I just love factory output. Let's add the engineer company into this division. Embrace Germanic supremacy. Repair roads. Wait, what happened? Alright, I guess we'll start repairing roads now then. Not sure why that happened. A purple Germany has completed focus. The rebirth of the Fatherland. The rebirth of the Fatherland. Mission type tactics for the organization. The SS Military Commando declares war on Free Commune. I will be going straight for them. They have up to 17 divisions, but it should be something in between them. I have repaired all of the roads in the country. I don't know how they got broken, but yeah. Snap back to reality. Well, I'm gonna force deploy everything else and then just cancel it. Oscar Derlwenker is now a general in the SS army. Alright. Guess we're choosing him. I should be able to roll them over. We don't have any artillery, so the soft attack is kind of bad. Let's pin their troops, prevent them from going out. There's a lot of tiles in Germany, by the way. Look at all this stuff. Continue breaking out here. We got our first encirclement. I think I can go encircle their whole army right now, actually. Yes, some great Aryan offensives we're doing right now. Operation Emerald Storm. Oh, the British Empire attacks Ireland. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. We gotta repair the roads and integrate them. Reopen to the world, add limited exports. Do I want to do that? What's our trade looking like right now? Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's get the buffs from limited exports. We're already making so much steel, we can afford to export some of it for sure. Cause panic in the Reichstag. That's going to lead to a war with the German Republic. I'm gonna add artillery to the production line now. I'm gonna go ahead and add the artillery into this division. This should be a steamroll. Their whole army is gonna be on the communist Iron Front. When do I get a war goal on the Iron Front, by the way? Is it this one? Oh, offer amnesty to the Freikorps. The Wehrkommando offers unification. Oh, nice. Let's improve relations with them, see if that affects it. Freikorps demand Heinrich Himmler's resignation. Okay, well, before we take this event, let's move the entire army down. How much time do I have? I have 11 days. All right, 1 day left. No, we will defend to the last man. And hopefully they don't declare war for just 7 days. Please don't. Because I'm about to send them a unification play, see if they accept. Come on. Oh my gosh, they accepted it. Wonderful. All right, say we go for the Spartacus Bund now, eh? I'm going to begin integrating all of that and fixing the roads. I guess the AI isn't fixing the roads. They're not repairing the roads. Definitely a good thing we got control of the country because clearly the people before us were not caring about the German people. Now I'm doing large unit tactics. Also, the Polish Liberation Army is in German territory. There's also a Chinese war going on, the Cantonese government versus everybody else, it looks like. Let's see how much land I can steal from the Polish Liberation Front. The final frontier. Return to the capital. Moves our capital back to Berlin. The death of Lenin. 1 red less. Yeah, exactly. It's time to end communist influence in Germany once and for all. Actually, they're not communists, but they are a red color on the map, so let's get these reds out of here. British Civil War because they failed the invasion of Ireland. See, you notice how France is like, they're just chilling, like no problems at all. Right now, the French GDP is 153 billion. Mine is 136, so we're getting up there. All right, that's a mechanized, I'm going into them. Government spending, I think I can ramp this all the way up. Minus 15 CG's factories factor and more political power gain. It's now time to restore the fatherland. Well, let's integrate these tiles first. And now let's restore the fatherland. SS Militärkommando unifies Germany. What an unlikely development. German reunification. The best political weapon is the weapon of terror. Cruelty commands respect. Mr. Himmler got some purple glasses, and he now has a hat as well. Lovely. I think we need to do another... Yep, that's it right there. The rebirth of the Vaterland. All right, we finished rebirth of the fatherland. That unlocks a purple Germany. Heinrich Himmler gains the Ascendant Chicken Farmer. Remove temporary martial law. Remove catastrophe of the Weltkrieg. I'm getting rid of all of my debuffs pretty much, and Himmler is ascending to Supreme Chicken Farmer of the German SS Reich. Oh, the return of the Empire decisions. Ask for Deutsch Africa's loyalty. Wait, what? We have a colony somewhere? Oh my gosh, we do. All right, let's ask for their loyalty and ask for Qingdao. Hans Hutting. He has the SS Ordnungsstaat administration, and he is now a puppet of us. What path do we want to go down first? Eliminate the red plague from German society. So this is more of the cultural path on the left. Incorporate the Vril society. Let's go ahead and start producing some more raw milk. Eliminate the red plague from German society. I can choose to end economic austerity, although I do like that -8 consumer goods factories factor, to be honest. All right. And here goes France, this wannabe Napoleon, going after Belgium. Can I send you volunteers? I can. Belgium's, it's over for Belgium, there's no way. Return to the Aryan way of life. Now that we have eliminated the weak and lazy, we can begin to promote the Aryan way of life. First, all Aryans must drink raw milk. Raw milk has become one of the foundations of Aryan culture. It is essential for strong bones and other health benefits. We must make sure that every Aryan in the Reich has enough raw milk. Oh my gosh, Reich's been a rebellion in Berlin. What? What is this? The people of Berlin have started an uprising against our central government. They seek to totally overthrow the SS regime and kill Heinrich Himmler. Yeah, light work. Reich's banner has been annexed. Produce more raw milk. All right, let's go ahead and finish this off, shall we? You will drink the milk, you will be happy. Incorporate the Vril Society. The Netherlands is now being attacked by France. Guess we're gonna have to help them out now. Oh my gosh, what? Herr Himmler has fallen ill as a result of drinking too much raw milk. Oh, that's just false. That's just false. He must have been getting it from a bad source. We must focus on modern medicinal methods to save our Führer. We have to try ancient alternative methods to save our Führer. That sounds a lot cooler. Let's do that. Oh my god, something is off with the Führer. We have somewhat successfully treated our Führer, Heinrich Himmler, with ancient ceremonial Tibetan methods to a degree. But he hasn't been of sound mind recently. The Führer has begun these mad tirades about this ancient Vril power that he must find himself in the furthest reaches of the earth. From the steaming jungles of Shambhala to the frozen wastes of Antarctica, his fervid ramblings along with the schizophrenic-like paranoia has made him distant from his main allies. Who knows what the future will hold for the Aryan race with Himmler in command. Becomes leader for the... Okay, we get a new Heinrich Himmler? Gross, Great Führer Heinrich Himmler? The SS German Reich will be known as the Greater Aryan SS Reich. Nice portrait change, that's funny. The Vril Society was incorporated. We are now going to eradicate the remnants of faith, embrace our destiny as Vrilia, add pagan esotericism. Alright, now Oscar Durlwanker is going to be promoted, or appointed rather, and wow, he gives really good resistance target and required garrison. Austria must be reincorporated back into the Reich. For Himmler, you now have access to decisions that will allow you to establish SS Ordenstats all across Europe. Once you complete a focus that grants you a war goal. Annex territory through your focuses instead of creating puppets in peace conference. Well, we are going to start with the doorstep of the Reich. War goals will be gained on Austria and Czechoslovakia. Alright, we need to make this division better. And that anti-air, boy do we need that anti-air. Austria is not being guaranteed by anybody. Switzerland gets a window of opportunity. Alright, all of this, yeah, this is all just war goals. Alright, can we get this breakthrough in Denmark by chance? No, the AI is just constantly spamming out that last stand order right when we're about to get a breakthrough. Yeah, Austria is just running out of equipment. They're spamming so many last stand orders. I'm gonna set that to aggressive execution. And Vienna has fallen. That is all of Austria. Alright, that's definitely enough civilian factories. It's time to start working on a military industry. We have yet to breach Sweden, but they are spamming so many last stands that they're just eventually going to run out of strength. Yeah, look at that strength decline on them. I have caused 56% of the world tension. I'm pretty sure France in the future, they end up getting war goals on us. So if I don't attack them, they're going to be attacking us. I should be able to create SS of Sweden now. Do they have that core, by the way? Oh my gosh, they get it as a core. Yeah, once we get past the Alps in Italy, it should just be smooth sailing from there. So, can I create an SS Ordenstat in Italy? Not yet. What is the requirement for that? I think I need all of Italy, do I? Yes, I need all of this territory. Alright. Alright, we're in a 4,000 mechanized deficit. Shouldn't be, you know, that much of a problem, right? Hungary, we need you locked in, buddy. We're gonna transfer Norway to Hyperborea. Let's see what happened with Hungary. They did not get puppeted, surprisingly. I don't really know what happened here. There is 3 Hungaries on the map now. Yeah, that war ended so quickly. And there goes the Kingdom of Italy. Alright, I've just gotten supply because I built a port. And Finland should be falling. Yep, there goes the Sicilian Mafia. So now I can create an Italian subject. No? Wait, why can I not create an Italian subject? Am I missing some lands here? It's San Marino. San Marino, the microstate. Forgot about them. I see the French as more of a threat than the Soviets. That's how scary they are. Let's go with the motorized recon company and a maintenance company. The Russian Socialist Vanguard State versus the Russian state. Hopefully that is a long war and it doesn't just end immediately. Wait, the war's already over? They won instantly? What was the Russian state doing, man? I am actually very scared about this war with France coming up. I'm afraid we might lose it, just from my experience with France on the Americas. So the plan for this war against France, Czechoslovakia needs to die immediately. We need to focus a large bit of the army on that. And then I think the Balkans need to be wiped out, and then we full focus France. I pray it's a steamroll. Wait, do I have mechanized? I actually have mechanized again. Oh my gosh. But I have no anti-air now, that's the problem. What is our organization? The organization's pretty decent. I think we need more mechanized though. Let's go like 30 width. Yeah, I like the sound of 30 width. Let's get a GDP comparison. The GDP of the Aryan SS Reich is 700 billion. France is 300 billion. If we struggle in Czechoslovakia, we've lost the war. And then I have an extra 48 divisions in the back. I'm just gonna use these only when necessary. I might need them on the French border. Let's do it. Declaring war on Czechoslovakia. Looks like I was overestimating them severely. I mean, if we weren't able to kill Czechoslovakia that quick there, we would have probably lost that war just because I saw them getting a breakthrough in northern Germany. We're gonna establish all of these SS now. We're assigning him to take over Iberia, and this other guy, he can take over the rest of the Balkans now. Taking over the UK, I wonder how we're gonna do that. I mean, through all of these wars, I've gotten 160 ships, and the British only have like 60. Wait, I could actually invade the UK right now if I wanted to. Let's do that before they develop a large navy. Oh my gosh. All right, we need a new commander, Anton Lang. All right, let's see how the Russians are doing in China. They are slowly winning. This guy's an OG for the Aryan army, so he'll be the one leading the campaign. You know what? Let's go all in on everything. I mean, we're making enough political power per month, I think, that we can just pay off all of our debts. Time to do naval invasion support. Let's land, boys. The English will never know what hit them. We have landed. All right, it's time to send all of Himmler's armies, generals, into England. Please tell me, of course, Canada is a God-blessed major. So how on earth am I gonna get over to here, by the way? I have Greenland. That's right, isn't it? There goes the UK. Why did Australia just become a major power, dude? That is so annoying. What the hell, bro? Well, thankfully, I have naval bases over here. Everything in Africa will be attacked. Kenyan's People Front. The demand is too expensive. Oh my gosh, dude. This is annoying. All right, so there was two things where this happened. Liberia. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer. How do I do this again? Mark state, transfer to me. Yeah, that's right. And then we have Kenya, mark, transfer. China was annexed by the Soviets. They decided to full annex it though, which is interesting. So they're going to be dealing with a lot of resistance over there. Yeah, I can't declare war until Dor Wanker is freed up, because he's been winning us all of these wars. So, you know, without him on the Soviet front, there's no way we're winning against the Soviets. We got to get him on that front, eh? All right, I just had a nosebleed if you're wondering what this tissue stuck in my nose is. Let's go ahead and invade the Soviet Union now. I wonder if this nosebleed might be a bad omen, and if that's telling us that we're gonna bleed a lot during this war. But I'm ready to rock and roll. They have 1,300 factories. What? We will be calling in all of our allies in this great struggle for existence. Himmler will be the first to take charge in Anatolia. I have faith in his army group leading a great victory over the Turkish area and securing the valuable oil in the Caucasus region, of course. We have our most loyal warrior, Daryl Wanker, with a level 8 skill. He's maxed out his attack. He's level 10 attack. They're taking a massive amount of casualties right now. They got 2 million. After we finish off this encirclement, there's going to be a lot dead. Wow. We have breached the Caucasus area. The Soviets look like they're starting to fall apart already. We're setting Himmler to aggressive execution. All right, now let's activate both of our battle plans to expand into the core of Russia. All right, Russia has had a astonishing victory in Hyperborea, but that's okay. They are out of manpower. They have up to 9. What the hell is that division count? For the KD ratio, 3 million have died. We've killed 5 million though. There's another 30 divisions encircled. Oh no. Well, yep, we got 18 divisions encircled right there. Watch this big encirclement right here. 10 million have already died. The Russian army is just nothing at this point. It's been reduced to atoms. And we've just gotten a massive encirclement to finish off the Soviets. I don't know how many troops are in here. If there's 15, 72 divisions. 72 divisions in this encirclement. Oh, there's more than 72. There's like 100 right here. That's a bingo. There it goes. 11 million. There was 1 million people in that encirclement. And the Russians are 98% towards capitulation. 99 now. Any amount of victory points left. Oh, I think that's it. A bunch of SS Ordnungsstaats have been created, boosting our GDP up to over 2 trillion. We're about to hit over 3 trillion GDP in 1935. The Americans, for comparison, are at just 1 trillion right now. All right, I'm afraid we're gonna have to end this right here. I'm actually not feeling too great. I got this nosebleed. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.